Coming up next, an assault reported on campus. We'll give you the details.
And find out how students are doing their part to give back to the community.
SUTV News starts right now.
In 20 seconds. 20 seconds.
Hello, and thanks for joining us on SUTV News. A little festive around here.
I'm
Kyle Rogers.
And I'm Emily O'Shea. Before we get to our top story tonight, we want to let you know right now University is holding a forum on public education. The forum started just now in Memorial Auditorium.
And Shippensburg University is mourning the loss of a student. Freshman Brendan Parker Murray died on November 28th. He was from Norristown. Tonight's friends and family hosted a candlelit vigil at his high school where he played football. Services are tomorrow from 10:30 to 12:30 at the All Saints Episcopal Church in Norristown. Instead of flowers, the family asked the donations for Brendan Murray Scholarship Fund. Brendan was 19 years old. On November 10th, meanwhile, a female student was assaulted near Shear Hall. In light of this incident, University police advised students to take safety measures when walking around campus at night. Walk in groups and avoid dark areas. Don't use cell phones or MP3 players. Keep a firm hold on book bags and purses, and know the location of emergency phones on campus. Have emergency numbers programmed into your cell phone. If you have any information about the assault or have an emergency to report, call University Police at 717-477-1444. Last week, a Chambersburg woman was killed in a car accident near Shippensburg. Better Days thrift store manager Cindy Hall was killed in the car accident. It happened near the exit to Shippensburg when the car she was riding in went off the roadway. Better Days founder Dennis Boomball was driving. He's okay. Another passenger, Jeff Fignar, remains in critical condition. A couple weeks ago, we brought you the story of how Better Days is over capacity and needs donations and volunteers. But after this tragedy last week, the staff needs your help more than ever.
Cindy was an indispensable part of our organization, and we're desperately in need of volunteers, specifically during the day at both of our locations in Chambersburg and Shippensburg.
And if you are interested in helping, log online to BetterDaysAnimalLeague.com to fill out a donation form and volunteer form. You'll hear back from the organization soon after.
Shippensburg is rich in history. A local society is making sure it's preserved. Its society collects and shares stories and artifacts. They are looking for help from SHIP students. Just a few hours a week can make a difference. If you're interested in local history or volunteering at the society, call 717-532-6727.
You know, I'm in here, but if the volunteers didn't come in, we wouldn't be able to function.
King's Kettle has been feeding hundreds of local families for 16 years. Dozens of volunteers give their time and effort to help those in need. The King's Kettle Food Bank operates the first, second, and third Tuesdays each month from 5 to 7 p.m. They are always looking for volunteers, especially in the summer. During the school year, college students step up to make a difference. For more information, contact the King's Kettle at 717-530-9600. Coming up on SUTV News, a SHIP student joins the University Council.
And holiday parties are filled with fun and often alcohol. Coming up, we'll remind you why it's important to be responsible when drinking. It's coming up next. A drunk driver doesn't always take a life, but the life can be changed forever. Natalie Bombach has the story.
On May 27, 1988, Ed Waddell climbed on the back of his dad's motorcycle to meet his mom for dinner. They never made it.
It was on this road 23 years ago that Ed's life and the life of his family was changed forever by a drunk driver.
Months later, Ed awoke from a coma as a quadriplegic and blind.
You know, whether it's offensive or defensive, you don't know what side you're going to be on and what's going to happen. And it doesn't matter if you're 16 or, 86. Accidents happen and sorrows happen. And it happens.
It's almost as though you don't want to say it, but it would have been better for Ed not to have survived to see the torture and stuff that he goes through now.
And it's not an easy life for Ed's family either.
Needless to say, this has taken a toll on my husband and I and our marriage and our privacy. And it's been a long, long time as a caregiver, which also is very tiring.
Because of Ed's excellent care at home, he has reached age 35, but he will not live a long life.
The machines that are keeping him alive will eventually take his life because your body is not made to have a machine do a constant breathing. It destroys his organs and stuff in time.
Ed and his family continue to live with the consequences of a drunk driver. Natalie Bombach, SUTV News.
In 2009, there were more than 10,800 drunk driving accidents in Pennsylvania. 215 of them were fatal.
As the holidays creep closer, one campus group has found a way to brighten up the season. Luke Martin reports.
Would you guys make a holiday card, please? It's for the elderly at the Shippensburg Healthcare Center.
They call themselves Young at Heart, and they're on a mission to spread some holiday cheer this season to those who may be the most deserving of all, the elderly.
It's a group of 8 of us, and we go to the Shippensburg Healthcare Center, and we go there really just to interact with the residents because they don't really get a lot of visitors, some of them.
So they came up with a way to make the lives of the elderly a little jollier this year.
Today we are making holiday cards for them. We'll deliver them at the end. We made Thanksgiving cards for them as well, and we're inviting the campus to make them with us.
They set up a table in the Cub.
Can you make a holiday card, please, for the elderly? I already made one. Oh.
And began calling out to the campus to join them in their festive endeavor. And the campus responded.
We made like over 50 cards, and we're still probably going to get some more, which is really great. That means that there are over 50 people who are a smile's going to be put to their face.
Young at Heart is part of a project for Dr. Lang's Intro to Human Communication class, so the members really believe in the importance of connecting with the elderly.
Most of them, they get dropped off and they get no visitors. So it's really important to, have that interaction to keep them in touch with society and how things are going now.
And they have already seen what just a little love for these people can do.
I walked up to a lady, she's in a wheelchair and she can't talk, she's nonverbal. So I handed her the card and she just got the biggest, brightest smile on her face and she would not let go of the card, she was holding on to it. And the nurse came and asked her if she wanted to put it in her room and she hid it away from her and she just wanted to keep holding on to it.
The last time we delivered these cards, every single person was just so happy to get a card. The one person that I gave it to, he opened up his shirt and he stuck it right in there. He didn't want to leave it.
It's just a simple way that one campus group can say, Happy Holidays. Luke Martin, SUTV News.
If you want to help deliver cards, Young at Heart will be meeting at the Cub on December 10th at 2:30. For more details, you can email Allison Peters at ap0455@ship.edu.
2 more names were added to the Shippensburg University Council of Trustees roster. S. Eugene Hewitt is an adjunct professor in the business department and a local businessman. He earned his master's at Ship and served on the Alumni Association. And while many know Neely Spence as Ship's track star, she'll take on the role as a trustee too. Spence studies human communication and recently was representing the United States at the Pan American Games in Mexico.
This fall semester is winding down and graduation is a little more than 2 weeks away. This year, graduates will hear from attorney G. Brian Salzman. The ceremony is December 16th at 7 in the Loras Performing Arts Center. Former Raider football coach John E. Wetzel will join undergraduates on December 17th at 11 in the Higas Fieldhouse. This holiday season, you can shop for gifts and help women in need. More than 30 vendors will be in the Cub on December 7th from 11 to 4. They will sell photographs, jewelry, handbags, crafts, Christmas items, and food. All of the proceeds will benefit women in need and the Women's Center. Don't go away. Still to come on SUTV News, find out how our ship-shaped contestants are doing.
And your weekend forecast when we come back.